If you've been saving up sacred shards like me, now might be just the right time to open them, because we have, in fact, 2 events. We have a progressive chance event and a 2 times chance of legendary champions. Obviously, the 2 times chance is far more important, so you're going to get a 12% chance instead of a 6%. There's never been a better time to open it. Regardless, I suppose the only other time would be if there were a bit of a better sort of event going on. However, there is an event going on. We do indeed have the Path of Spring event, and opening a bunch of sacred shards will definitely help you make progress. As we can see here, getting shards opened will give you progress, and we'll get 4,500 per sacred shard, and I have 14 to open, so hopefully we get lucky with this opening, and we'll get some rewards along the way anyway, so that's quite nice. Now, if you don't have any sacred shards of your own to open, don't worry, you can also get something pretty special if you use the QR code above or check the link in the description and sign up a brand new Raid Shadow Legends account. You'll get 4 of these epic champions as you level up, and the choice between one of these amazing legendary champions within 48 hours of starting your account. You can just enter the promo code here, just whichever one you want to choose out of those 4. So let's focus on opening these sacred shards. It's been a little while since I've done this, so I'm quite excited. I think there's a good chance we can get some legendaries, but either way, I want to build out my team for Faction Wars. With Faction Wars hard coming out, I really want to try and progress through this. I've made very little progress, admittedly, and I want that to change. So we are going to go in and hopefully we get some good legendaries to build up some different Faction Wars teams, and also even some epics at this point I'm pretty happy for. So we're going to go in firstly with our very first sacred shard. Let's do this. We got an epic. Okay, nothing to expect, and it is a skinwalker. Okay, Bovo's sharp horn. Oh wow, really highly rated. Okay, that was surprising. Apparently this is a good I've never heard of this champion before. Let me know in the comments what I should do with this champion. It's an epic support champion. I'm definitely putting this in my Skinwalkers team alongside Wukong. How do we build this guy? I've never heard of him. What are his abilities? Attacks one enemy, has a 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff on his A1, and that gets buffed up as he levels it up. Okay, I don't have any epic books at the moment, though. Attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased critical rate debuff. And then a 3 removes 1 random debuff from all allies, then places a 30% increased critical rate buff and a 30% increased critical damage buff. And heals an ally by 10% of their max HP when they are hit with a critical hit. This, to me, seems like a pretty strong arena debuffer. Am I right in thinking that? Maybe. Love to know your opinions on this guy. I apparently he's quite good. Okay, let's keep on going. What do we get? Another epic. And it is Filja. And this is a dwarves. Another highly rated attack champion, though, this time. Apparently very good in Faction Wars. Brilliant. That's exactly what I needed. Wonderful. Attacks one enemy 2 times, destroys the target's max HP. That's going to be good for the boss fights in Faction Wars. Cannot destroy single enemy's max HP more than 50%. I mean, that's pretty good. Attacks on an enemy, has a 75% chance of fully depleting the target's turn meter. Fully depleting. That sounds good. And you can increase it up to... What? 90% chance? Surely that seems pretty strong. That seems pretty strong. Attacks all enemies versus champion's turn meter by 15% and heals them by 15% of the damage inflicted if this attack is critical. And then the Ascension ability, the passive, if this champion has 2 or fewer buffs at the start of the turn, places a 50% increased attack buff and a 30% increased critical damage buff. This seems like quite a good champion as well, actually. I'm like I say, I'm building up a Faction Wars team, so I'm very happy about this one. Here we go. We're opening another one. When will we get our first legendary? Will it be now? It's another epic. Okay. Karam is not very good, right? Yeah, I mean, Faction Wars, what are we looking at? I mean, a 4.8, he's okay for Undead Hordes. Okay, I think I've already got him Or I did have him. So not too worried about that. Not every pull is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm happy about that. It's fine. It is what it is. Defiled Sinner. Another sort of, yeah, he looks very similar to Karam. And I assume he's kind of the same. Not so great. No problem. We shall move on. We still got 10 to go. So quite a big opening. Okay, we get an epic here. It is Taurus, level 4. Another Skinwalker. And he's meh, no problem. I think I've got a pretty good Skinwalkers team coming along anyway. And next we get another epic. It is Hope. Speaking of Hope I get a legendary next. Sacred Order. And it says HP champ. Yeah, looks like a pretty good choice to put in Faction Wars. What's the passive? Increases ally HP in faction crypts by 31%. Very good. Exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. Attacks all enemies has a 50% chance of removing all buffs. That's the Ascended skill. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Exciting. That actually sounds pretty wonderful. Another epic. Are we being trolled? Arndulf. Bannerlords. I don't have many Bannerlords. He seems okay. He's only got 2 abilities. Places a 30% reflect damage buff. Also places a counterattack buff on this champion. Okay. Attacks on enemy. Provoke buff. That could be good. Putting Provoke. We build this defense champ up to be nice and tanky. Attacks all enemies. Has a 75% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. Also a 25% chance of placing a fear debuff. So he seems pretty okay. I mean, I'm mostly going to be putting him in faction crypts anyway. So I'm quite happy with that. A defense champion. Could do have a support champion for Bannerlords, actually. Don't think I have any. And another epic. Okay, this... Look at Magnar. Okay. Oh, whoa, look at that. He's got a very creepy face there. Okay. I mean, he looks awesome. A lot of good ratings, actually. I think a lot of people... You know it's a good champion when they have high ratings, but a lot of them. 389, that's quite a lot. Arena offense. Why is that, I wonder? Faction Wars, obviously really good. Arena defense. Apparently he's really good. Allied defense in Doom Tower battles by 30%. That's an interesting aura. I don't have that, I don't think. His A1 is attacks one enemy, has a 45 chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff. Ooh, that sounds like it could be quite good for Spider. And has a 100% chance instead if the target is under HP burn. Does he do HP burn? Attacks one enemy, applies a debuff spread, and placing them on all enemies under HP burn. Ooh. Also, okay. Wow. This champion has about 1% of the max HP every time anyone in the battle takes damage from a HP burn. This looks good. He seems pretty good for Spider's Den. I do need a good HP burn for Spider's Den. I'm actually quite happy with that. Okay, then. We continue. Legendary? No. Oh, no. Not Nogorio. I don't think he's very good, is he? No problem. Shadowkin, yeah. I think I've already got a lot of Shadowkins. Not very good ones, though. Come on, now. Let's see some gold. And it's another epic. What have we got? I'm not too sad. Like I say, I needed to open these. I needed some good faction crypt champs. This one looks okay. I mean, Faction Wars, what have we got? Attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense. 30% decreased defense isn't the biggest, but it's okay. But if you ascend it, it goes to 60%. So that's better. That is better. Attacks one enemy, places an extra hit if this attack is critical. Fills the turn meters of all allies by 15% if this attack kills an enemy. Okay, so not the best turn meter control ability, but it's something. And then on the A2, attacks one enemy, this attack deals 50% extra critical damage. A pretty strong one-shot ability then. Bit of a nuker there, potentially. And another epic. Wow, okay. But it's not over. At least we're getting the egg charms, I suppose. Malekith Bloodflock, a Knight's Revenant support. I think I'm pretty good for Knight's Revenant. Of course, we got Alistair Wanderer. Attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of stealing one random buff. Okay. Attacks all enemies. Has a 75% chance of decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. Okay, that's interesting. Where's that? Oh, he's got a revive. Revives 2 random allies with 30% HP and 30% turn meter. And a shield buff is applied on those revived allies for 2 turns, equal to 30% of the champion's max HP. And that can have a cooldown reduction at level 3 to 4 turns. That actually is pretty good and increases ally accuracy in faction crypts by 50. This is actually a very good faction crypt champion. As we can see here, faction was 4.7. Can't complain. All right, 3 more. We're going to get a legendary. No. Okay. No. I am so lucky. I know Doom Priest is really good. Let me just show you something really quickly. I can't believe this. I actually can't. Look at how many Doom Priests I already have. And I mean, I already upgraded this one twice. I'm going to get a +3 Doom Priest now. So I'm going to definitely take to level 60. That's pretty good. So, I mean, I'm not complaining about that. That's quite nice. Right. We should have quite a chance now of a legendary. What is the mercy system? Sacred. After 12 summons without legendary, the chance increases by 2% per shard. So we've opened 12 now. So our chances should be on this next one 12% plus 2%, 14%. 14% of a legendary here. Do we get it? We get an epic. And it is Catacomb Counselor. Something tells me this guy's not too good. Yeah, something about him, man. He just looked like an NPC, you know what I mean? He looked like a bit of an NPC. Right now, we have a 16% chance with this. Although, I would say, you know, maybe not the most legendary, well, none so far, but we did get a lot of champions for my faction crypts, which is something that I really was to look out. I'm going to wait for a 2x for Void Shards, and I'm going to try and get Cold Heart. I really want to get Cold Heart because I'm struggling to do Spider. I'm stuck on Spider, like really stuck. I don't know what to do. Actually, I'm trying to build Armiger. It didn't really work. I don't know. Maybe you can all give me some advice. If I show you my spiders then, I'm on stage 16 and I just can't get past it. Let me show you my champs. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I have quite a lot of decent champs. I got Geomancer. Should I take him to level 60? Is that going to help me? Should I build him out? I need some advice, honestly. I'm struggling with that. Anyway, let's do it. Let's do it. 16% chance. At least it should be. And we get... Last one's the charm. Noble. Look at this guy. Shadowkin. Wow, he looks pretty cool. And we did... I swear this happens. This always happens to me. It's so funny. Oh, well. Better luck next time. And anyway, at the end of the day, we did get some good champions for Faction Crypt, so I'm not too disappointed. Doom Priest is going to be pretty good now as well. We're going to have a very strong Doom Priest to build out eventually. So I'm quite happy. Let me know what you get from your Sacred Shards if you do open any, and I'll see you in the comments.